So hello everyone, welcome to our technologies. In the previous video, we have completed our login and sign up front end part. So in this video, we are going to continue with the to-do part. So for this video, we are going to list all the to-dos and search the to-dos. Let's get started. So I will go to our home screen. So first of all, let's create a model for our to-do. So I'll go to our backend part. So get my to-dos. So to get the to-dos, we have to provide a user ID. So send, and we can get the to-do. So let's show one and send. So now let's copy this. Before that, let's add some of the messages and the success status over here. For that, I will go to our backend and in the uh, tools.php. So before JSON encoding the to-do, I will create our data. Sorry, I will create data. I don't know what's happening. Copy and paste. Success will be true. The message will be to-do fetched successfully, and data will be our to-dos, and I will JSON encode our data. Let's save this. Let's go to our get my to-do and send. We can see that success is true. To-do failed successfully, and our data. I will copy this. I will go to our JSON to dart. Let's paste it. All to-dos, and I'll provide our to-do generate dart. So we have our code here. Copy to the clipboard. I'll go to our application in the model. I'll write to-do dot. I will paste it over here, and I will change this to our data, data, and data. Let's save this. So let's save this. I'll open here. So I'll create a controller, to-do controller here, to-do controller dot, so class controller extends GetX controller, and on init I will fetch all my to-dos. Fetch my to-dos. Fetch my to-dos. It will be asynchronous. So first of all, I will need a user ID. So we will get the user ID from our shared preference. So our USR equals to await shared preference dot get user. So user equals to this user dot from JSON. Let's import the user from JSON dot decode user. So import the JSON. So I will make a HTTP request. Response equals to await HTTP dot get URI dot parse base URL plus todos dot php semicolon here. Let's import the HTTP from our login screen. HTTP. Let's import this. Let's import base URL also, and in the body, so it will be post request. Body will have user ID, user underscore ID, user underscore ID will be user dot ID. Let's save this. So var res equals to await JSON dot decode response dot body. If response is success, then we'll store our to-dos. So to store our to-do, list of type to-do, to-do, to-dos equals to empty list. So here to-dos equals to all to-dos dot from JSON response and to-do. So we'll update our state else custom snack bar. Title will be error, message will be failed to fetch to-dos, and type will be error. Let's save this, fetch my to-dos, and refresh our application one more time. In the meantime, let's go to our home screen. Let's inject a dependency over here. Final to-do controller equals to get dot put to-do controller. Let's import the to-do controller. I'll remove the constant. I will also go to our route and remove the constant from here. So I'll import or get, save this, and I will wrap my column with a builder, get builder, the get builder with your type to controller, and we will have controller. So in spite of this, in place of this list generate, we'll have a map of type controller dot to-dos dot map to-do. So inside the slidable, we have our to-do tile. Let's change this to-do tile to accept our to-do. So I'll go down to the to-do. Here, final to-do, and it will be required for this tile. So required this dot to-do, and let's go over here, just remove the constant and save all of our files. So a host restart is needed. So let's refresh our application again. So if the user have only two to-dos, so two tiles are displayed. So let's change the values in the to-dos. For that, I will go to our title part, to-do dot title, and let's move the constant and to-do dot description. Let's save this. So we have our to-dos displayed here. This to-do title and the description. This to-do title too and the description. Let's implement our source functionality. For that, I will go to our to-do controller and let's duplicate this and filter to-do. So filtered to-do. Let's save this, and in our home screen, Let's go to the search part over here. So controller dot search with our value. We don't have a search function, so let's go to our controller and implement that function. Search, it will have a string value. So if our val is empty, then we will assign our filter to do with todos and return, else we will. So filter to do dot where to do dot title dot to lowercase dot contains value dot to lowercase. So let's exclamation sign and update our filtered to do. So here what we are doing is, so in the to do we are filtering where the tool title to the lowercase contains our value or not. So we're checking it and filtering and inserting the new data into our filter to do. So let's go to our home screen, and instead of controller to do, we write filtered to do. Let's save this, and we can see nothing is here. So let's refresh. So we can see we have our to-dos. Let's try to filter something. So the unique value between this two to-do is this 2. So I'll type this 2, and we can see that only one to-do is displaying. Then we have some problem here. If it's empty, okay, so we are not updating this. We have to update and return. So you can see that it's visible. So 2 and test to do. So we have completed, we have listed all our to-dos and implemented the search in our application. So this much for this video. So we will implement our add, edit and delete in the next video. So stay tuned. Thank you.